9991. We'll post that on Twitter here in a little bit and then the Facebook page as well, so everybody can get a hold of that stuff. And also, for the Greater Houston area, the American Red Cross of Greater Houston, that's the other office. Of course, that's dealing mainly with the Houston and surrounding areas. Give them a call at 713-526-8300. That's 713-526-8300. And, of course, again, you can go to the website, and I think there's some online donation tabs that you can click on to be a part of the help. Find out what you can do to help. Find out what you can do to volunteer if that's what your heart's calling for. Do whatever it is you can to help out these people in Houston, help out these people in the Coastal Bend area, as they have just been absolutely devastated by this storm. It's you probably heard people say it. You can look at it on the news, and it just does not. It doesn't give any justice on the devastation that has occurred in Houston. The devastation that's occurred in Port Aransas, Rockport, Corpus Christi. It has been a huge, huge event here, not just in Texas, but in the United States. And I can tell you, people from Louisiana have been coming across. And mind you, this storm is moving east. It has now gone back into the Gulf waters. And the concern now is it's spinning back up to become a tropical storm. It's actually been downgraded to a depression finally. But they're looking at it possibly spinning back up again. And as it moves eastward, Louisiana is now in the target. And they're going to be in those heavy, heavy rain bands. And it's already starting to show up. Beaumont, eastward into Lake Charles, New Orleans area. All of that area is going to be affected. So this storm's not done. It's not done. But I can say here in Brenham, we actually got sunlight today. It's the first time we've seen sunlight since Thursday. Serious cabin fever going on in my house. Ready to get out. We kind of got out and about today to get to the store, got to pick up some things. Saw things are kind of business as usual in Brenham, which was a good thing. We didn't go into downtown or the areas where it does tend to flood. So I don't know what kind of damage was there, but we stayed safe in the areas that we could go. And it was good to see that people were out smiling and happy to be out, and it was great to see the sun come out. I'm hoping that is the case in Houston eventually, that rain moves out of the way. I think that's the thing that hurts the most, is the rain just continues to come down, and that is just very disheartening when your home is flooded, when your streets are flooded, when your streets have turned into major river. The only way to get down is by boat. So it's been a very, very tough weekend since Thursday in the southeast Texas area. So our prayers and thoughts to everybody affected. Our kudos and congratulations and thank you. I cannot express the thanks of the many people who are stepping up, that are coming out. I understand the president landed in Corpus Christi this afternoon. I think he's planning on touring some of the devastation. A lot of the Texas congressmen are in the state looking at the devastation. I guess some of the other things that I've seen that I got to bring up is I've seen also on social media, there's a lot of great things about social media. A lot of people staying in contact and letting you know they're safe. A lot of people asking for help through social media, and they're getting that help, and that's great. But some of the things that I have been seeing is some of the criticism of certain, whether it be politicians, the big churches. I know there was a lot of flack coming on about the Joel Osteen church in downtown Houston. Why their doors weren't open? Why weren't they using their big gigantic church as a place to go to for everybody who was suffering? I've got to tell you, those that are making those kind of comments at this point in time, I've been using this hashtag on Twitter. I've been using it on Facebook, and that is hashtag now is not the time. Now is not the time for these critics to come out. All of that is going to be debated in the months to come. Right now, I think the focus needs to be rescuing everybody that needs to be rescued and doing whatever it is that needs to be done to recover from this tragedy. Pointing fingers is not going to do any good. I can tell you right now, and don't get me wrong, I am no fan of big churches. I'll admit that right off the bat. I am not a fan of big churches. I'm not one who's going to go and, spend a lot of money on a big church so I can make sure that this pastor, this priest, whatever, has a multi-million-dollar home, numerous boats, houses all over the United States, takes all these, whatever they do. It's neither here nor there. That's their lifestyle. That's what they've come up with, and that's great. I'm glad they can maintain that. I'm not going to pay for it. But what I can tell you is I know where that Lakewood Church is at. And it is located in probably the worst area of downtown Houston. It floods there at the drop of a dime. And here's the thing, and I think back to Katrina in New Orleans. All those people who evacuated into the Superdome. If you remember, and search your memory banks now, go back in time. What was happening in that Superdome in New Orleans during that time of the hurricane? The poor conditions, the lack of attention, the fact that they were all trapped in there, and the atrocities that occurred inside. You were asking for a repeat of that situation. Had people evacuated to that Lakewoods church, I have no doubt that they were surrounded. That place was probably surrounded by water. Number two, to get there was probably impossible. Even if people were rescued out of their houses and taken there as a refugee center, they probably could not have gotten there. The other issue would have been getting aid in there, food, medicines, the necessities for all those people that would have been stuck in there. That's the part that I'm looking at. And, granted, again, I'm not a fan, but I'm also not going to point fingers right now. I know there's been a lot of criticism of the mayor of Houston about not ordering an evacuation. Let's go back to Hurricane Rita. When Hurricane Rita struck, Houston was one of those cities that they tried to evacuate. Now, mind you, we're talking about, I think, the third largest city in the United States? Third or fourth largest city in the United States. We're talking about millions of people. And trying to evacuate them is almost an impossibility. Now, it was attempted during Rita, and I remember this completely. Cars stuck all along I-10, up 290, for those of you who are familiar with the Houston area, up Highway 6, up 45. If you were going 45, you're headed to Dallas. If you're headed up 290, you're going to Austin. If you were on I-10, you were headed to San Antonio. Any way to get out of the path of that storm. But cars became stuck because it was so jam-packed. Then the cars were starting to run out of gas. They were having to send fuel trucks up and down these highways just to try to fuel these vehicles and get them out of there because no one could move. People died. Now, imagine the flooding that's occurring in Houston. Imagine all those cars backed up on those highways in downtown Houston trying to get out. Imagine Interstate 45, which runs all the way down to Galveston. You'd have to take 45 up into Houston if you're evacuating from Galveston, through downtown Houston, and then up 45 to head towards Dallas. Imagine getting stuck in downtown Houston on 45. And that happens on a dry day, by the way. That happens on a dry day. So, again, everybody can out there and criticize what went wrong, what should have been done. But right now, I think the focus needs to be exactly where it is right now, and that is getting everybody out, rescuing those that need rescuing, and doing what we can. For the most part, I think the death toll, I think, is up to, 10 or 12. We've done very well. And one death is one death too many. But it could have been worse, I think, whether everybody tried to evacuate. I think the shelter in order was probably the best bet. Yes, you got people that are trapped in their homes and are needing to be rescued. But at least they were prepared. At least they were there and ready to go. They weren't stuck in a car. We had a family of 6 last night got swept away trying to evacuate themselves. It got swept away in floodwaters, and all 6 lost. So criticize what you want, but I'm telling you, it's not the time. It's not the time. We need to make sure that everybody is safe, and we need to recover. The criticism is going to come months later, I guarantee you. This is going to be debated for months. There's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of answers to questions. There's going to be answers that most people aren't going to like, maybe. I don't know. But I think now is the time to concern ourselves with rescuing and taking care of our people and the city of Houston. Keep it here on NYSR. This is the Kennie Long Show. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Kennie Long NYSR. That's so Youth Sports Radio.
Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, lacrosse, soccer, and so much more. Dunright Athletics creates extremely high-quality team uniforms at a fraction of the price of those other guys. They can take your team's logo and put it on your choice of jersey in any size from youth to adult. That's sublimation, screen print, twill, and embroidery. Be ready for game day. Get your team's uniforms today. Call them at 1-800-396-3991 or visit them at www.dunrightathletics.com. Don't delay. Check out all the custom styles they have to offer, and don't forget to mention that Christian the Radio Guy sent you.
It's the Battle of the Alamo, unleashed June 16th through the 18th at D.W. Rutledge Stadium in Converse, Texas. Teams from all over the nation will come to showcase and claim the title as champions of the Alamo. Championship games will be broadcast live on NYSR, National Youth Sports Radio, with me, Kennie Long, from Friday Night Tykes. For more information on how to register your team online, go to www.battleofthealamounleashed.com or email battleofthealamounleashed@gmail.com or call Coach Joe at 210-835-4940. It's the Battle of the Alamo Unleashed, June 16th through the 18th in Converse, Texas. Come and take it. Hi, Kennie Long here with NYSR and Friday Night Tykes, and I want to talk to you about rain gutters. With the recent heavy rains in South Texas, many of us have come to realize that the rain gutters on our homes either don't work or simply just don't exist, destroying flower beds and just creating a mess. Let me tell you about Curtis McCluskey with Advanced Rain Control. He is your go-to guy for seamless gutters, cleanouts, and repairs. Serving San Antonio and the surrounding areas with over 25 years experience, Curtis will get you a quality rain control gutter system on your home at a quality price. Contact Curtis at 210-863-9881 for your free quote today. That's 210-863-9881. Advanced Rain Control is a proud sponsor of NYSR, National Youth Sports Radio. Don't get caught in the rain without a quality gutter system on your home. From Advanced Rain Control, call Curtis today at 210-863-9881 and tell him Kennie Long from NYSR sent you. Houston Energy Football, a premier all-women semi-pro football team competing and representing Houston, Texas in the IWFL. Come out and support the Houston Energy as they charge for an IWFL championship. Home games played at DeMent Stadium, 1000 Keene Street in Galena Park, Texas. Tickets $15 at the gate. Check them out at HoustonEnergyFootball.com for pre-order discounts. That's HoustonEnergyFootball.com. NYSR is proud to be the new home and voice of the Houston Energy. All Houston Energy home games will be broadcast live on NYSR, National Youth Sports Radio, with Kennie Long, the voice of Friday Night Tykes. Just go to nationalyouthsportsradio.com and click on the live Houston Energy link. Once again, that's nationalyouthsportsradio.com and click on the live Houston Energy link. Houston Energy Football. Go Energy! Sports Safe. Sports Safe is a brand of video games designed to educate youth players ages 5 through 13 about sportsmanship and safety. Using any compatible mobile device, tablet, or computer, kids and parents alike can learn about safer play through short, interactive scenarios. Dr. Jillian Hotz and her team have created this uniquely designed game system for both player education and to serve as a compliance tool for leagues and teams. Sports Safe is now a proud sponsor of NYSR, National Youth Sports Radio. For more information on how you can participate, purchase, and be a part of SportsSafe, you can check them out on the web at www.sportsafe.com. That's sports with a Z, safe.com. Or go to nationalyouthsportsradio.com and click on the SportsSafe banner. You can also email them at info@